Hey everyone! Welcome back to the HSE Study YouTube channel, your go-to spot for everything health, safety, and environment. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into OSHA's Hazard Communication Standard, or HCS, a game changer for workplace safety. This standard ensures workers not only know about the chemicals they handle, but truly understand the risks. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and I'll break down what the HCS is, why it matters, and how to comply. Grab a pen. You'll want to take notes. Let's get started. First, let's set the stage. The Hazard Communication Standard, often called the Right to Know Standard, has evolved to give workers the right to understand. It's now aligned with the Globally Harmonized System of Classification and Labeling of Chemicals, or GHS for short. This alignment creates a consistent way to classify chemicals and share hazard info through labels and safety data sheets. Why is that a big deal? It makes things clearer for workers, reduces confusion, and even helps American businesses by cutting costs for updating labels and safety data sheets. Plus, it smooths out trade barriers for companies handling hazardous chemicals. In short, it's a win for safety and efficiency. So, what's the core of the HCS? It's all about making sure workers have clear, accessible information about the chemicals in their workplace. Chemical manufacturers and importers must evaluate the hazards of their products and create labels and safety data sheets to pass that info down the supply chain. If you're an employer with hazardous chemicals on site, think anything from cleaning agents to industrial solvents, you need to make sure those labels and safety data sheets are available to your workers. And that's not all. You've got to train your team to handle these chemicals safely. It's about empowering workers with knowledge to stay safe. Now let's dig into the major changes to the HCS that make it so effective. OSHA updated the standard to align with GHS, and there are 4 key updates you need to know. Let's break them down one by one. First, hazard classification. This is the process of figuring out what makes a chemical dangerous. The updated HCS provides specific criteria for classifying health hazards, like skin irritation or respiratory issues, and physical hazards, like flammability or explosiveness. It also covers mixtures, which can be tricky because they combine multiple chemicals. The GHS system standardizes this process, so everyone's on the same page about what's hazardous and why. This means no more guesswork. Hazards are identified clearly and consistently. Second, labels. This is where the HCS gets visual. Chemical manufacturers and importers must now provide labels with a harmonized format. That means every label includes a signal word, like danger or warning, to show the severity of the hazard. You'll also see pictograms, those little symbols that instantly tell you if a chemical is flammable, toxic, or corrosive. Each hazard class and category gets a specific hazard statement like causes severe skin burns. And don't forget precautionary statements, which tell you how to handle the chemical safely, like wear protective gloves or store in a well-ventilated place. These standardized labels make it easier for workers to spot risks at a glance. Third, safety data sheets, or SDS. These are the detailed documents that explain everything about a chemical, its hazards, handling instructions, and what to do in an emergency. The updated HCS requires a specific 16-section format for every SDS. This includes sections like chemical identification, first aid measures, and storage requirements. The standardized format means workers can quickly find the info they need, no matter who made the chemical. If you're an employer, you need to keep these SDS accessible. Think a binder in the break room or a digital folder everyone can reach. Fourth, information and training. Knowledge is only useful if workers understand it. That's why OSHA requires employers to train their teams on the new label elements, like those pictograms and signal words, and the 16-section SDS format. Training should cover how to read labels, find key info in an SDS, and handle chemicals safely. It's not just about checking a box. Workers need to recognize hazards on the job, like a leaking container or a missing label. OSHA's website has free resources, like posters and fact sheets, to help you build a solid training program. Still with me? Awesome. Let's recap why this matters. The HCS isn't just paperwork. It's about keeping workers safe by giving them clear, understandable info. Imagine a worker handling a corrosive chemical without knowing it could burn their skin, or a team using a flammable solvent near an open flame because the label wasn't clear. The HCS prevents those scenarios by ensuring everyone knows the risks and how to manage them. For businesses, it's a cost saver too. Fewer accidents mean less downtime, fewer medical bills, and lower risks of OSHA fines. Let's talk practical steps for compliance. If you're an employer, start by checking your workplace for hazardous chemicals. Got cleaning supplies, paints, or fuels? Make sure every container has a proper GHS compliant label. Next, collect the safety data sheets for those chemicals and keep them where workers can access them, physically or digitally. Then, train your team. Walk them through the labels and SDS, and make sure they know how to spot hazards and protect themselves. Regular refresher training is key, especially if new chemicals come into your workplace. And if you're unsure where to start, OSHA's website has a hazard communication page with tools like sample labels and training guides. One last thing, don't go it alone. OSHA offers free resources like compliance assistance specialists who can answer your questions. You can also request an on-site consultation to get expert advice on your chemical safety program. No penalties, no cost. Find these resources at osha.gov. That's your deep dive into OSHA's Hazard Communication Standard, folks. Plan for clear labels, provide accessible safety data sheets, and train your team to understand the risks. These steps keep your workplace safe and compliant. If this helped, give us a thumbs up and please like and subscribe to the HSE Study YouTube channel for more safety tips and tricks. Drop a comment. Tell me what safety topic you want next. Thanks for watching. This is Alex from HSE Study signing off.